What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Kid Taj. Free agency, it seems like, should be over. I mean, all the hype started July 1st, and little by little, we saw big name, small name, basically every free agent find a new home or go back to where they were before. We saw all these solutions every single year. You know, the offseason is eventful to some degree. We see these players, a good amount of players, choose new homes. This offseason was definitely one of the better ones that, you know, I've seen when paying attention to the NBA. We had a ton of drama, not just the signings, but we had some great trades, and things look very exciting. I mean, I think that it's going to be really cool to see these teams with these new faces, Chris Paul, Jimmy Butler, Paul George, Gordon Hayward, etc. And it feels like everything's into place now. It's like we can wait. The Summer League just ended. If you guys want, by the way, if you guys want me to make a video on Summer League and Lonzo Ball or the Lakers, let me know in the comments. I'm taking suggestions for the rest of the summer, and I'm just trying to do that in general. I did my last video was a suggestion, and I'm gonna try to do tomorrow's video off a suggestion that I see. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. By the way, back to what I was talking about. Summer League just ended last night. Lakers won the whole thing. We got Lakers fans acting like, you know, they're going to be something for the next 10 years. They're going to be a for sure championship contender until 2030. Calm down. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of Lakers hype, obviously. And everything seems to have fallen into place. Now it's like the waiting game until preseason starts in October. I mean, yeah, there's media day. But really, I think, yeah, we have this state of limbo. And just nothing to do with the NBA except for one thing. One little thing is sticking out here. Derrick Rose, the 2011 MVP, former superstar, three-time All-Star, 28-year-old, right, is not signed to an NBA roster. It's July 18th. As of me recording this video, it's July 18th. And Derrick Rose is not playing for a team. Now, it would really suck for me if Derrick Rose just signed 30 minutes from now and this video would be trash because, you know, it's weird. I'm not expecting him to get signed. There's no talk of anything right now. I mean, throughout the offseason, I keep tabs, and Derrick Rose had meetings with the Clippers, the Spurs, I believe, the Bucks, and the possibilities, it seemed like from day one, were Knicks, Clippers, Spurs, Mavericks, Bucks. Those are pretty much the five teams that, and maybe Lakers along the line, somewhere we were talking about Lakers, but that wasn't really a big. The Mavericks confirmed they weren't going after Derrick Rose. They're building their new team around, you know, they're trying to get Dennis Smith the keys to the offense, or at least have him play a big role next season, and him be their point guard of the future. They don't need another point guard like Derrick Rose. The Clippers, they signed that dude, Milos, oh man, I'm not pronouncing this. The star point guard from Europe. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. They signed him. He's their guy. The Spurs, they put their money into Patty Mills and Rudy Gay. They don't have money to offer Derrick Rose. The Knicks, they put their money into Tim Hardaway Jr. They don't have money to offer Derrick Rose. The Milwaukee Bucks are literally the only team that it makes sense for Derrick Rose to sign with at this point. And the only way they could sign them is if they traded players away to sign Derrick Rose, because they need the contract money for Derrick Rose. So, really, it's a bad situation, because Derrick Rose, as an NBA player, first of all, in the new NBA, he's not a player that is really required by teams these days. The fact that, you know, he fell off, unfortunately, due to those injuries, the fact that he's not the same player he used to be, he's restricted in terms of his three-point shot, his defense. He's really just a scoring threat at this point. So, that being said, Derrick Rose, in my opinion, is the perfect sixth man or, you know, bench player to run your offense. At this point, he should be a budget sixth man. I think would make perfect sense, because Derrick Rose has always been the type of guy that you need the ball in his hands for him to be effective. And he's not gonna be the number one guy on a as a starter on a good team, on a bad team. He's not that player, and he can't run your offense anymore because he's not a playmaker and he's not a shooter. Derrick Rose as a bench player where he could attack second units and be the main guy off the bench would be fantastic because he would have the ball and he'd be able to score whenever because he's a scorer and he needs touches to score. Always needs to have the ball. Great for the bench. Great, phenomenal bench player. He would be. But right now, it's like the Bucks could reach out and sign him. I think they'd have to trade away... Ooh, who was it? John Henson and someone. I don't think they'd be giving up that much, and I don't think they'd want to give up that much. I don't think it's worth it. But Derrick Rose, I would like Derrick Rose as a bench player for Milwaukee. I really would. And some people might say, well, of course he's going to be a starter because he's always been a starter. Derrick Rose starting on Milwaukee, I don't really know how I like that because he's not going to be a focal point on that team, really, in the starting lineup. Because obviously it's all about Giannis. They want Giannis to have the ball, bringing it up. Giannis having the ball in transition. Giannis attacking. Giannis this, Giannis that. It's all about Giannis, and you get guys around him to play with him. And they already got Jabari Parker, who they're hoping can be the second guy on that team. Chris Middleton needs some touches as well. You need guys you have guys that need touches on that starting lineup. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Derrick Rose aren't gonna mix because Derrick Rose isn't a playmaker, and neither of them have 3-point strokes. I mean, literally, it would be so counterintuitive because Giannis and Derrick Rose aren't spacing the floor, and you can't have more than one wing or guard in your lineup, in your starting lineup, that just can't shoot. And then you'd have two, and then it would be just so easy for guys to double down on Giannis or Derrick Rose. So I think you put Derrick Rose off the bench on the Bucks, and you have him run your offense and be the scoring threat off the bench. That would be fantastic, I think. It makes sense to me. And if the Bucks don't work out, there's gotta be another team that would be willing to offer him cheap money for that bench role. And there's gotta be teams out there that need scoring on their bench. Teams that need to bolster their bench. And, like, this is why the Lakers were an option, because the Lakers are trying to fill out their roster and become good, right? We're hearing about Magic Johnson saying they're back. I mean, if the Lakers signed Derrick Rose to be that backup point guard to Lonzo Ball and mentor him, I don't know, what thoughts on that would be. But I really don't know what the options are here for Derrick Rose. And it's concerning because this guy was a household superstar player a few years ago, and now it's July 18th and he's not on a team. What is he going to do? Who is going to sign Derrick Rose? Who wants Derrick Rose? Who's going to pay for Derrick Rose? And what happens if no one wants to pay for Derrick Rose? I'm assuming the Bucks are going to make some deal to sign him because things always work out, it seems like. I really doubt Derrick Rose is going to be out of the NBA. That would not, I just can't see that. Like, he's going to get picked up somewhere. He has to, right? So, I would be like, this is weird. This is weird to me. And, sometimes you wonder about, like, what are Derrick Rose's motivations to play? Like, we heard a lot last season about, like, the guy. There were reports that the guy just, like, didn't want to play sometimes. Like, that he just wasn't that interested as he used to be. Which, I don't know if all that's BS, but, like, what is going on? This is weird, and it's something no one's really talking about. Everyone's just kind of sweeping this under the rug like it's nothing, but this is really a pretty big deal. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what y'all think is gonna happen. The Bucks, yeah, that seems like the most likely option at this point. That's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like. What do you guys think about this? Let me know down below in the comments. Also in the comments, what video do you want to see? Let me know there. Subscribe if you're new. Twitter, hit me up. I'll respond to you if you talk to me. And I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.